Good morning, Winthrop Vikings.
Today is Friday, January 27th, and it is a day 2.
Big shout out to Wake Up Winthrop's Dan Nunez on our new introduction. Great stuff, Dan. We also wanted to congratulate the Student Council for the successful blood drive yesterday. Great work, guys.
Hey Rachel, did you hear what's happening on February 15th?
I did. The class of 2025 is hosting a restaurant night at La Siesta.
Yeah, 10% of all dine-in, takeout, and bar proceeds will go to the class of 2025.
Make sure to show your support for the class of 2025. There will be raffles and a 50-50 raffle.
We also wanted to congratulate the boys hockey team on a tough 6-3 battle versus Medford last Wednesday.
Last night, first-year members of the NHS were inducted. We wanted to wish them another huge congratulations.
To hear what National Honor Society is all about, let's go to a story from Robert Rich about the ceremony in the prestigious group.
Last night marked the annual National Honor Society induction, which took place in the auditorium. National Honor Society is a nationwide student organization which selects students who exemplify the 4 points of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. Students who are able to meet these requirements gain great skills in leadership and service experience, along with possible scholarships. The National Honor Society is led by President Corey Powell, Vice President Jennifer Delahanty, Treasurer Zoe Long, and Secretary Michael Callanan, with National Honor Society Advisor Dr. Dunn leading the charge for students. The National Honor Society induction ceremony was this Thursday, with the second-year members being recognized for maintaining their membership and the first-year members being officially inducted into the society. We caught up with President Corey Powell and student advisor Dr. Dunn to find out what it takes to be a member of the National Honor Society and how underclassmen can strive to achieve the goal of joining the elite club.
Hey, I'm Dr. Dunn. I run the National Honor Society here at Winthrop High School. So the Pullen Point chapter of National Honor Society, it's a pretty prestigious organization that is countrywide. To be invited to become a member for NHS, you have to have a 3.9 career GPA or higher and be a junior or senior. You then have to go through a candidate process where you have to prove like how you are a member to the school and greater community, how you're a leader within those communities, different service projects that you do.
You're good.
So then the faculty council takes your candidate information and then they either invite you to become a member, in which case you would take part in the induction ceremony, or they defer you. So why I became the NHS advisor, the former NHS advisor, Mrs. Flanagan, when she retired, she asked me to take her place as the advisor. I kind of read through like what NHS was all about, and I decided that it was an organization that I wanted to support within our school community because our members do a lot of good. They have to do a 30-hour service project that's either betters the school or greater Winthrop community, as well as just being the school leaders that we know them to be.
National Honor Society is basically like an academic club where you have to put in applications to join. You have to have a 3.9, and we do community service projects, which is like the main point of it, which help the community, like our community. It's not just anything. They have to be specific projects that do something to help the community. I joined NHS because I've always cared about community service and like the community in Winthrop. It's also a really good thing to put on your applications. It shows colleges that you are a leader in your school. It shows that you care about community. And it shows that like the other 2 pillars are character and scholarship, so it shows that you do well in school and you also show character to the people that read your applications. So NHS is a great achievement. I think that should make anyone want to join, and it's a great opportunity to help out your community.
Congratulations to everyone who was inducted last night. We wish you the best of luck and hope that you exemplify the qualities in and around our community. That's all from me. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Robert, for the information on the National Honor Society, and another congratulations to all the inductees, continuing to make the WHS community proud.
As the winter season continues, the Wake Up Winthrop team wanted to catch up on how all of our sports teams are doing as they jockey for playoff spots.
Here with the sports update is Juliana.
Hi, my name is Jonah Demers, and this week on Wake Up Winthrop, we're going to be catching up with all the winter sports teams to see how their season is going.
The WHS and Lynn swim team is having quite an impressive time staying afloat in a difficult league. Senior Michael Callanan and Ina Shabani are leading a tight-knit team. Here's Ina for more information.
We have our JBL conference on Thursday, so we're just looking to improve our times in our individual events and in our relays. and we went to Classical on Thursday, which was one of our biggest rivals, so we're just looking forward to winning the city meet against Tech and Classical. I want to give a big shout out to Allie Sullivan for improving throughout this entire year. She's just been really coming to practice and giving it her all.
The girls' gymnastics team has had a strong season so far. Their latest meet was won against Beverly with a score of 132.2. We talked to senior captain Elena Ronan for more information.
Our season's been going pretty good. We've been working really hard at practice, and I am so excited to see our other meets. A lot of meets have been really close, but I am really excited to finish off the season. I really have to give Ellie O'Donnell a shout out because she has been doing really good on beam. She has like 3 9s in the books, and she's been doing really good this season, stepping up. My goals for the season is to score higher than our previous meets, like around a 134, 135.
The boys and girls track team season is coming close to an end. Their last meet was against Masco last weekend, and their upcoming NEC is February 4th. We caught up with the girl captains, Delia Parko and Libby Carney, for more information about the upcoming NEC.
Our goals for the season are to finish out strong with NECs and just have a good time and work together really well as a team during the relay.
We want to shout out to Mavi, who really pushed it this season, and she did really great, and we're so happy she got to be a part of the team.
So far the season went really well. The underclassmen are doing really good, and the juniors are really stepping it up for a good, strong season next year. Yesterday was our last meet, and now we just have NECs, and we're looking forward to finishing out strong.
The girls' hockey team is undefeated so far this season, cruising through the NEC. The team is led by captains Mia Norris and the Holmes triplets. Make sure to come and show your support tonight, 3:40 at home. We talked to Captain Mia Norris on the inside for what's coming up for her season.
So our goal for the rest of the season is to just finish out the season strong. Right now we're 10-0 and we have 8 games left, so we're just hoping to, work together as a team to hopefully find a good spot in playoffs. Obviously everyone on the team has really picked it up this season, but someone that we would like to shout out is probably like Sammy Demento and Hannah Parker. They do a really good job on offense, and they've been scoring some points for us. So.
The boys' hockey team has had a great season so far. Wednesday, the boys played Medford with a score of 6-3 and goals from Jack Hayes, Billy Hayes, Petey Silverman, and Luca Thingy. We caught up with Colin Banfield to find out more about the season.
Our goals for this year are obviously NEC and the state championship. Some shout-outs for this season. Definitely Petey, Jack, Jandy, big goal last game, and Nikki Romano. He's doing very well.
The boys' basketball team is now 5-8 and looking to become 6-8. Their upcoming game is next Tuesday against Gloucester at 7. Last Wednesday, the boys played Marblehead with leading scorers of Zach Bogus, George Galoris, and Jeremy Mateus. We caught up with Alex Sanio and Jay to find out more about the season.
So one of our goals for basketball this season is to at least try to be like top 3 in the C. We're at top 4 right now, but we're just hoping to be top 3.
Zach's been a great leader this season. He's playing good on both ends. He puts up like 20 a game, a couple assists, good rebounds. He's a great leader, great competitor, both in practice and in games. Just a great basketball player. Yeah, so we're 5-7. We started the season off great, then we kind of hit like a slump, but we get back into it. We've been winning some tough games. Our defense is improving, our offense as well, and hopefully we can get a streak going and make the playoffs.
The girls' basketball team is now 6-7 and looking to become 7-7 tonight. Their last game was against Marblehead with a score of 52-42. Top 3 scorers were Maddie Stiglitz, Kaylee Farrell, and Grace Florial. We caught up with Maddie Stiglitz to find out more about the season.
As of right now, our goals are just to keep winning games to secure the NEC. Also, we want a home game in playoffs, and right now that looks like it's very much possible. People that are stepping up is Kaylee and Reese. Honestly, on Tuesday's night game, they really stepped up with like a leadership role. We've been having some really good passes and assists just to make it a all-around team game. For the rest of the season, we're just looking to keep winning games to get our record up and secure the NEC. So, basically.
Make sure to support your Winthrop Vikings by going to other games and events. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that update, and good luck to all of you guys in the rest of your seasons. Make sure to support the winter sports team as they continue their seasons. Music is such an integral part of our lives, whether you are tossing on the new Taylor Swift, album or listening to classics like Zeppelin 4, there are so many albums that are essential to listen to.
This week, we asked teachers which albums are a must-listen to for them, so students can explore some new musical journeys.
Here's Zach and Colin with the story.
Hi, I'm Colin with Wake Up Winthrop. This week, we are going to go around the school and talk to some teachers, asking them what their favorite music albums are and why us as students should give them a listen.
So my favorite album of all time has got to be Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? Every single song is a masterpiece, and yet each song is uniquely individual and wonderful all by itself. From Waterfall and the little tinkling of the guitar strings, to The Wind Cried Mary with its roots deep in the blues, to the actual title of the album, Are You Experienced? Or the chainsaw guitar of Voodoo Child. Every single song stands on its own as a masterpiece. If you're only going to listen to one album, you're on a desert island, this is the one you want to bring.
My favorite album, I really can't pick one, but if I had to and someone put a gun to my head, I would probably go with Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones. Double album in the golden era with Nick Taylor on guitar, just his melodic solos and fills really counterbalance Keith Richards, just shredding, and Jagger's at his best. All of the circumstances that went around in the recording of it while they were in Necco in France, you can investigate that on your own. But yeah, for me, that's the album that if aliens come down to Earth and they ask what is rock and roll, you hand them a copy of that.
All right, favorite album of all time. There's so many, and it depends on like time of the year, you know, just all kinds of different, like, I don't know, it's so hard to do, right? But if I have to go with three, I'll kind of span throughout my life what I was into. I gotta go Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, self-titled. Seven Dust, Seasons, from my time in high school, and Vertical Horizon Live Stages. And if there was one album I would have to recommend to everybody to go listen to, it's Vertical Horizon Live Stages. Great live album, sound quality is amazing, it's a great lyricist, definitely go check that one out, but all great albums.
So I think my favorite albums have to be Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, or the Beatles' Abbey Road. I think Elton John, because it's all about kind of moving forward, you know, experiencing hardships just like everybody does in life, and being able to take those and move forward to just have a more successful, positive life. And then Abbey Road is just kind of legendary. Like, I don't know, I just like the songs on it. It kind of mellows me out after like kind of a tough day or a long day. Pop that on in the car, and it just kind of mellows me out a little bit and just kind of gets my thoughts together. I guess kind of like the soundtrack in my head, I guess. So those are my two favorite albums. I definitely would recommend giving them a listen.
Okay, favorite album of all time is Run DMC's first album, just called Run DMC, in 1984. And the reason why is because there's a song, Rock Box, in which I used to listen to before every pre-college softball game in my old Walkman, and that's why I love the album.
All right, favorite album. I was a huge music fan, you know, once I started getting really into music, 7th and 8th grade, and then into high school, I would love just putting on an album. There were CDs at that time when I was listening to them, and just listening through the full album. You know, you guys do that with some albums these days, but it's not as common because a lot of artists put out singles. But 3 albums that I suggest every student listen to, then I'll talk about my number one, is definitely Rumors, all right, by Fleetwood Mac. Awesome album, front to back, absolutely just stunning songwriting. The chain off that is absolutely awesome. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon is a classic. Definitely one that you really have to start from the beginning to the end. It takes you on a journey, and it's really cool. But I would say the most influential album, an album that I love the most, is Black Sabbath Paranoid. It came to me at the right time, at the right place. I was an angsty teenager, just started playing guitar, and it just, it really matched my mood from where I needed it to be, and it's a great overall album. And yeah, so definitely listen to those three front to back if you can. But yeah, if you're into any sort of like heavy rock or something like that, I would definitely start with Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Absolute banger of an album. And yeah, just continues to just stand the test of time.
Well, that's all from me this week. I hope you go give some of those albums a listen and see if you may like them. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Hopefully students were able to find some new music or albums to listen to. That's all we have for you this week.
Good luck to the girls basketball team tonight with their game against Saugus. Make sure to go to Saugus High School at 7 p.m. to support.
Girls hockey takes on Shaw Sheen this afternoon at 3:40 at Larson Rink. Make sure to be there. And boys hockey takes on Beverly at Endicott College this Saturday at 5:30. Make sure to go out and support all of our sports teams.
Have a good and safe weekend, and roll Vikes!